Hello everyone from Adventure and Tech. I hope you guys are doing okay. So today we'll be doing the speed test comparison between the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the Apple iPhone 16. So before we start the test, so we'll just discuss about the specs on these phones. So we'll have an idea about how these both devices perform in terms of the test. So I would just like to discuss about the few things in terms of the chipset. So here we get to see the So before starting the test, I would like to discuss some specs on both of these phones, so we would just have an idea about how these both devices would perform in terms of the specs. So if we come on to the Galaxy Z Fold 6, so we have it over here is the Android 14, and it has the Samsung One UI 6.1.1, which is Samsung proprietary user interface. So if you talk about the chipset over here, so we get to see the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is a 4nm chipset, and it has the 8 core, and those are divided into 1 into 3.39 GHz Cortex X4, and then there's 3 into 3.1 GHz Cortex A720, and then there's 2 into 2.9 GHz Cortex A720, and then there's 2 into 2.2 GHz Cortex A520. And the GPU over here, we get to see the Adreno 750, which is 1 GHz. And if we come up onto the iPhone 16, so we get to see the here iOS 18, and it is using the Apple A18 3nm chipset, comprising of the hexa-core, which is 2 into 4.04 GHz plus 4 into 2.2 GHz. If we talk about the GPU, so that's the Apple's proprietary GPU, which is the Apple GPU, which it says like 5 core graphics. This is a chipset that they're using in both of the devices, and we'd like to just go ahead and just start the test. Now before starting the test, I would like to let you guys know like both devices are connected to the same Wi-Fi network, and both are running no background apps, as can be seen. And so I just try to keep the test as fair as possible. So first of all, we just go ahead and open the Pinterest. So 1 2 3 go. Okay, that was Z Fold 6. Now we'll go ahead and open the InShot. 1 2 3 go. Both were pretty similar, negligible kind of difference. I'll just give this one a try. Then we'll open the App Store and the Play Store. So 1 2 3 go. So I think Z Fold 6 got this one. Then we'll open the calendar. 1 2 3 go. I think it was Z Fold 6, but very negligible difference. So now we just go ahead and run the speed test. 1 2 3 go. Obviously the iPhone 16 won this one. And now we just run the speed test. 1 2 3 go. Alright, so I think iPhone 16 was a little bit faster in showing up the results. Then we'll go ahead and open the calculator. 1 2 3 go. I think Z Fold 6 won this one. Now we just go ahead and open the camera. 1 2 3 go. I think it is faster on the iPhone 16. And now we just open the Xperia. 1 2 3 go. Okay, like iPhone was like instant. Then we'll open the light cut. 1 2 3 go. Okay, so iPhone was really faster. So now we'll just go ahead and just launch some games. So we'll just be doing the Asphalt first. So 1 2 3 go. Alright, so iPhone 16 was the first one. And now we'll just run the CSR racing 2. 1, 2, 3, go. Looks like iPhone 16 is taking the lead. Yeah, it is. Go ahead and open the server surf now. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, the iPhone 16 was faster. And one more thing you guys will notice, like the screen is cutting out on the Z Fold 6 a little bit than the iPhone 16, and you just notice things are quite zoomed out on the Z Fold 6, which I would just say, like, the front screen of the Z Fold 6 is not meant to be set in a way that games are to be played on that screen. So now we'll be opening the Modern Combat 5. 1, 2, 3, go. So I think iPhone 16 won this one. Yeah. Now we'll just go ahead and just launch the Ray Racing 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, a little bit faster on the iPhone 16. Now finally we'll be running the Geekbench 6. So 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, so Z Fold 6 open this first. So we'll just run the CPU benchmark. So 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, so iPhone 16 has finished the test, and we're just waiting on to Z Fold 6 to finish the test. Alright, so iPhone 16 and Z Fold 6 both have finished the test, and we can see, like, the Z Fold 6 single core performance is almost as half what the iPhone 16 has, and the multi-core performance on the iPhone 16 is 8559, and on the Z Fold 6 we get to 66.45, which is a lot of difference in terms of the single and the multi-core. So I would assume, like, the CPU on this one is much more faster than the on the Z Fold 6. So A18 in short is much more powerful than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And yeah, and we'll go ahead and just run the GPU test now. So 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, so iPhone 16 has finished the test, and the Z Fold 6 is almost just completed the quarter of the test, and we just wait for the Z Fold 6 to complete the test. Alright, so test has been completed on the Z Fold 6 as well, and we can see, like, there is around 2.5 times faster GPU score on the iPhone 16, and Yeah, so there's no comparison between about the gaming. I'm not sure like how that will just perform in terms of the real life, because in the real life these both devices feels pretty much similar in terms of the usage. But yeah, but you get to see maybe some, if you're just having some really graphic intensive gaming on this on these both phones, so probably the iPhone 16 would be the one performing better. So yeah, and I would like to just share my thoughts on these both devices. Like I've been using the iPhone 16 for a couple of days, the Fold 6 as my primary device. I noticed one thing, like the 60 hertz refresh rate on the iPhone 16 is, it's very letting down thing. And as well as there's no always on display, because this device is around 1100 something bucks in Canada. And however, the price point is not comparable between between these both devices, because this is completely different form factor and this is completely different form factor. So yeah, they're in no way comparable to each other. But however, the basics things like 120 hertz display is kind of a basic in 2024. Like even you're getting these displays, 120 hertz display around in the devices, which is around 700 bucks. So that's the reason I'm not sure like why Apple is just cutting down corners on this one. And I always talk about this one, like there's no point of just cutting down the 120 hertz display on the iPhone 16, because that's really gonna affect how you use the phone. And because you're just in like in day-to-day life, you'll just get annoyed like how the 60 hertz is different than the 120 hertz, and the price that you are paying right now, you can just get much more better specs in the Android lineup when compared to the iPhone. So, and the second thing like is the always on display. So yeah, so my main purpose was to just show you guys how the speed test would be in between these both devices. So in terms of the real life, they're very pretty much similar in terms of the gameplay or just opening day-to-day usage apps. And you might not notice the difference unless you're just doing some graphic intensive task, or maybe if you're just rendering video on the phone, so that the iPhone must be faster in those things. So yeah, that's all for now. If you guys have any questions, you can just let me know down in the comments and I'll just try to answer those. And please like, share and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.